Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another knife video. I kind of got a little obsessed here in the last few weeks with my budget blades because a lot of good deals have been sprouting out. So, recently talked about my Kaiser and Asher that I just picked up and how good of a value they were. But then this one came up, the CIVIVI Pintail Flipper. This thing is awesome. I don't know why, but the micarta, the black kind of metal, and just how it feels in the hand, it's just quickly become my new favorite now. So I thought I'd make a quick video about it. So, initially this is I think this is pretty much my entire knife collection. There might be a couple more budget blades I might have like in various places, like in my car or something like that. But this is kind of like, I think probably the good representation of it. So my very first nice pocket knife was the bug out. So I'm a big bug out fan just because how, thin, easy to carry. So I love the bug out. That was my first one. Quickly, then I got the Spyderco Para 2 just because of all the hype and just talked about knife, and certainly didn't disappoint, but is a little larger. And then quickly got another bug out and a third bug out just because I'm a bug out fan. And then I got this one just because it was a beast of a knife. Just kind of I've never really carried this one, just too big and heavy, but it's just a cool knife to have. And then I kind of started going into the kind of the budget route, just because these are a little more expensive and they can add up. So Kershaw was really kind of the main player in the budget world, and definitely like this one, especially because it's spring assisted. So nothing wrong with them, but it's kind of you get like your kind of cheaper steel here, nothing like what I wouldn't consider premium steel. I think this is D2. I think D2 was kind of like the best for the budget brand. So, certainly happy with them. But then, as I'm starting to see more and more, you're starting to get into the premium metals, like the previous two I talked about, and now we have the CIVIVI also, which comes in S35VN. So this knife is pretty darn cool. So just to put up some size options here, so you can kind of see how it looks against some of the more popular knives out there. So, that doesn't help if I don't put it up here. So it's definitely smaller than the Para 2 and smaller than your bug out. If you put, the mini bug out, so it's kind of right in the same size as a mini bug out when fully opened. But the blade is a little bit longer, so it's kind of in that compact category, which I'm kind of starting to like a lot more just because more pocket friendly. So this Kaiser, I think, is going to be probably pretty well close to it. Yeah. So the only thing I wish about the CIVIVI that it could offer was, not that I don't like the flipper, makes it pretty easy to open, but I hate I'm not a big fan of the liner's lock because it's not as easy to do it with one hand. I guess it's doable, but I'm a huge fan of the axis locks. That's by far my favorite mechanism, although Spyderco has also done a great job with theirs as well, which I also like the Spyderco one because it's all, very easy to flick, very easy to close. This Kershaw I like because it's spring assisted, so this thing just effortlessly, springs up. But you do need two hands to load it because there's a spring there, so if you don't see, it springs out. But back to CIVIVI. So what do we got here? 35 or S35VN steel, again, super sharp, super premium blade. I love how it's just got a nice black coating on it. I don't know why, I've kind of always liked the coated blades more than just like the exposed ones. So very nice there. You have a micarta handle, which I think it's probably my favorite. I don't know why. I just like the feel and the look of Micarta, but it's also got a metal liner there, so super sturdy. I mean, no give at all. I mean, this thing's like a tank. You've got ball bearing washers as expected. I don't know if I can get a good shot of those here. Kind of see them. So it's got very smooth action. I mean, very easy to move. No play at all. Very sturdy. Perfectly centered, I would say. And it comes with a lifetime warranty, against defects in material, probably, not wear and tear. Price of the knife, so on Amazon, it lists for $83, but there's a coupon which brought this down to a little over $50, which is kind of what I consider the boundary for me. I try and find good knives for under $50 all in. So this one kind of stretched it, but just wanted to try it, and glad I did, because it certainly is a very comfortable, easy knife to use. Let me see if I can pull up some dimensions here. So what do we have? We have a 2.98 inch blade length from here to here. Overall open is 6.92, and then the weight is 2.76 ounces. So there you go. So there really isn't a whole lot more to show here, other than this one just feels really nice in the hand, comfortable, very grippy. So for my budget section, now I got a tough choice, because I still like this Kaiser, because just look how it's like a lighter, just nice and boxy, just fits in the pocket very easily. I'm a big fan of the axis locks, but this one's gonna give me some strong competition for my carries here. So this Asher, so it's not a bad knife, but this one's a little bit more bulkier, just kind of basic use knife. So it's probably more my lesser favorite ones, but nevertheless, it's still a cool knife. Like, this would be a great knife that I'd probably put in my tackle box, just because it's not something I probably would enjoy carrying as much due to the size and ease of use. But this would make a good knife to just keep like in the tackle box, maybe inside your car, just something that you're gonna occasionally reach for. But from my carry ones, these are probably my new two favorite to go to. For a long time, this was my go-to for, and I say carry where am I actually kind of like around the house on a weekend, that kind of stuff. As far as if I, when I go out and stuff like that, I'll still carry this bug out. This is my most carry knife, just because it's just slim, easy to use, and it's more for it's kind of more for emergency use, meaning like it's times where I don't intend to really use it, but it's going to be nice to have should a need arise. Where these are more kind of my use them, abuse them, and not really care kind of category. So these are the ones I'll carry on the weekend with me, where I'm going to be doing yard work, where I need to, pry something open, cut something, drop it, put it actually to harder use, I should say. And that's why I like these budget ones. You don't quite have to really kind of think about it and just use them. Where these, if I snapped a blade or bent the blade, I'd be pretty sad, because I spent, probably over $100 on all these. Can't quite remember what I paid for all of them, but it was, well over 100 for each of these. Yeah, so that's it for this one. I know it's kind of a ramble, but thought I would just quickly show this one. So great knife. I would say, if you're on a budget and you're not a collector, you just want one that you can kind of carry with you, it would be hard to choose between these two, but I would say this one is more comfortable to carry and kind of, just easier for kind of basic use. This one does feel more robust. No play, kind of a big, you got a big blade. This one's got a kind of a smaller blade. You can kind of see the blade kind of dwarfs it. So This seems a little bit more, just more of a meaty kind of grueling knife. Will probably last, more robust, stronger. But if you're just a casual user, this might be good as well. So yeah, both great knives. I'm really impressed with both of these. Going to be my really kind of now predominant go-to knives, just because how comfortable they are and how sharp they are and just how cool looking they are. But that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one.